Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're working on Gary's F-150 again, and he has opted to do the Wicked Customs 3/4 inch bumper spacing kit. Here's what you get in the kit. You get the 2 brackets, well, actually it's 4 brackets that come bare metal, all the necessary hardware. Here's the paint he picked up, along with Milwaukee cutoff wheel and discs, so we can trim the crash bars if needed. So in preparation to taking the bumper off, having Gary lay down there because, you know, concrete's hot. It's his truck. He'll do it. Unplug the fog lights. Then the next thing is to remove the bumperette looking thingies. Yeah, those. Freight. Alright, so we're going to pull this guy off. Apparently Hobo Freight, broken tool. It's kind of old, so maybe a couple dollars, not a big deal, right? So, let's see if we can get this thing all the way pulled out. Gently. See if I can't get a little closer here. So you can see it's just the push-in clips right here. They go into the metal.
And voila.
And there it is.
Obviously, you know, I keep my truck pretty clean, you guys can see that, but you know, you can't always get behind these things. Now's a great time to get behind here and clean up some of this nastiness, so we'll do that. We'll be right back.
Alright, so pulling the bumperette looking thingies off, we ended up breaking one clip. Going to super glue that in place and then finish it off with some JB Weld plastic bonder. Like I said, we're going to start off with some Gorilla Glue. Love this stuff, use it all the time. Or as Gary likes to call it, stupid glue, because you wouldn't need it if you weren't being stupid. These clips aren't really put on that well from the mold, so be careful when taking this thing off. And now it's glued to my finger. Awesome. It's close anyways. It'll probably break off as soon as we put it all back together. Alright, this stuff is the JB Weld plastic bonder. Alright, so because it's 2 tubes, it comes out in even portions or just way too much and floods everything. So we'll mix this together and make a great big mess. Alright, probably won't work, but it's worth a shot. If anything, the super glue's holding it in place. So, as always, we've got the big Nico 1/2-inch drive super duper socket set. The size we need is a 21 millimeter. And there goes the creeper. All right, let me see if I can get up under here so you can see there's actually wrenching on. Somewhere right in there.
Indeed. All right, so now we're going to move over to nut number 2, which is over there to your right.
Dude, I'm laying right here. Nut number 2, you're number 1. Ah!
Nice.
And again, I'm going to try and get up under here so we can all see what Gary's really wrenching on. So it looks like it's a nut right there.
It's a really good thing we hit it with the PB Blaster. That was a good idea, Mike.
No, I have them every once in a while. Is there anything up in here that you got to get to?
Just the fog light. So I unplugged
Yep.
passenger side right here.
Got to unplug the fog light.
Right, and then also we have to disconnect here where it mounts to the bumper. The bumper's actually going to come off, so with that still being attached, that'd be a problem. So we have to pull that clip along with the clip on the other side.
All right.
All right, so again, we're trying to fit 35s underneath this F-150 that has 6-inch lift on it. It's a rough country lift. They're dragging a little bit, as you can see here, and on the crash bar here, just in the corner. So I have cut the lower valance off, as you can see here, all the way across. So it's been removed, and the piece that it attached to has been cut off. It's kind of a rough cut. When we get it off, I'm going to clean this up, sand it down, make it look a lot better. You really can't see it, you know, other than if you're laying underneath here. So no big deal. But now off to the front. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so the next step of the bumper removal process is to remove the front 4 bolts. So we took the bottom or backside 2 out. There's 4 more here on the front after we took this trim piece off that holds the license plate. So this has been cleaned up because I like things to be clean in case you haven't watched the Dick video. Hey, Paul, how you doing? So here we go.
You know, I've got an air impact. Probably take that off pretty quick.
Yeah, but not everybody has one, right? So we can do it with hand tools. I'm all right with that. But you're right, that would be easier.
So that's the first one. That's the second one. Then there's 2 on this side.
All right, so the last 2 bolts, going to take up almost to the end. We'll leave them on just slightly so that, again, we can get back underneath the bottom side and remove those 2 clips that we talked about for the fog light. All right, Mike, right now they're just barely hanging on. You get those clips?
Working on it. It'd help.
Love this guy.
Got 1. Got 2.
Cool. All right. So remove this one completely. Off.
All right.
Going off. You ready?
I'm holding my side. Unless you need me to hold it in the middle.
Nope. Okay. She should come off in your hands.
What's it hanging on?
I don't know. Okay, let me go for underneath the bottom and figure it out.
Feels like the rubber mat in between the 2s. Huh. Creeper.
I told you that creeper was good for something.
Metal down.
Yeah. All right.
All right. That was difficult. More difficult than it needed to be.
All right, so step 3 of the instructions that come with Wicked Customs, they're actually pretty good instructions, but I was kind of confused when they said remove the twin stud piece, right? In step 3, that's this piece right here. Those 2 nuts are going on this side, so I just pulled it out of the back, and there you go.
All right. Step 4 is you've got to remove the first bolt that we took out. That one there. It's got the factory retaining ring. I believe these are getting replaced. However, put the nut on there, so if you ever want to reuse the bolt again, if you're like me and you've just got a box of bolts and screws and stuff, it's good to have one that doesn't have destroyed threads. So put the nut back on. All right, Gary. That was easy.
It's easy. That's it. All right, next one. Passenger side. Right tool for the job every time.
Every time.
And remove. Step 4 complete. Step 5, we're going to replace the bolts that we just knocked out with these that have been supplied, along with the new aluminum spacer. So let's see how this works. Maybe if I do it one by one. So in the instructions, it also tells you to mount said bolt in the middle of the oval slot, which is here. And repeat on passenger side. Step 5 complete. All right, so step 6 is we're going to replace these bolt pieces that came off the truck that held on the bumper on the front mounting surface with the new ones that we have that actually have the spacers. It's a 1/4-inch spacer built in. So Wicked Customs advises that we put the W facing up rather than down, or a kitten will die. So we'll be sure to comply. And Warford, W, I like it. You can stick this piece in from the back, has the welded screws on the plate. And the mounting plate in from the front. Oh. And I can actually see on the bumper where the old ones were, so I'm going to try to line those up as well. Mike, can you push that from the back? Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Push in as hard as you can. You good?
Yep.
Okay, right there. We'll fix it later. And again, the same thing on the passenger side. So as you can see, the driver's side has been installed. So we're now going to push this piece back behind. Make sure that the W is in the correct orientation. One of the kitten's dying. And step 6 complete.
All right. So with the bumper off and the wheel turned all the way to the right, and Gary sitting down inside, you can see that it still rubs crash bar. So we have decided we're cutting it, and that's the mark we're going to use. And again, it still rubs. Oh, it rubs a lot on this side. Do that again. Yeah, rubs a whole lot on this side. All right, let me set up the tripod and get to cutting.
All right, so we've measured off about 3 inches here of the front crash bar that we're going to take off so that we can get some clearance from this big old tire. So if you didn't know, I've got a really aggressive offset here. So it's a -44. So the actual center of the wheel is back here, whereas the edge of the wheel is way out here, so that's a negative offset. A normal offset, it would be centered about here. Positive offset, you'd be set more to the inside of the truck. So there's your lesson in offsets. If I didn't have such an aggressive offset, which gives us the poke, which gives us the nice look, the stance, the ride that I like, you wouldn't have to worry about this so much. But at any rate, 3 inches off, here we go. That don't feel good on the legs.
I can't imagine it would.
Done. And that's how you do it, 3 inches off.
Little black paint for touch up and rust prevention.
All right. You see here, I think, right here. Yeah. It's going, yep. We gotta raise these up on my side a little bit. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Mine fell in.
Yep, mine did too. All right, so now we gotta get it up flush and snug as possible.
All right. JT,
In the creeper,
never mind. I just want to get them started so it doesn't fall off.
yep, it's a good idea. It's looking good, man. I'm liking this. Kind of gives it a little bit of a chin too. Install your bumper back on the truck. Have a sober buddy line up the bumper left and right. Headlight gap, blah blah blah. Bumper against trim pieces, da da da.
Always something.
Use your factory front hardware. We told you to save the 4 flange nuts. All right, so those go on the front. Yep. Rear with the supplied nut and washer.
Sure.
Why do I have 4 washers?
For this side.
I'm gonna
Maybe.
hang on. Let me check. Does this nut fit on that? Probably not. That's probably why they gave me. Because if these fit, I'll use these and fit. But if not, and they fit, the hell do I need all this shit for?
I don't know. You want to stay with the factory nuts?
I like the way that they're a nut without like a flange bolt. You know, nut.
Yeah.
I like that idea better. Honestly, it seems to fit on the same. It's fitting on the screw to a point, and then it snugs up.
Hitch is wrong.
But it's all the way to. It's on there all the way.
You sure?
Hang on. Yeah.
All right.
Hang on. Let me try one of these. See what's up. Yeah, I got plenty. They gave us extras. They knew it was gonna be me. Ah.
Hitch is wrong.
Yeah. Just slightly off. Okay. So, but why did I get 4 washers?
I don't know.
Odd. Move this guy out the way. All right, these are kind of on and somewhat snug. Just finger tight. That's it. So I think we're gonna line it up now, right? And then tighten it. I think that's it. Love it. Looks good, man. Looks good. Looks good. That's gap like crazy.
Oh, you want it higher?
Oh yeah. Needs to be right there.
Torque this back.
One ooga booga.
All right, so the bumper's already back on. Go ahead and hop in and let's see how much space we got.
All right.
Still got to trim the plastic piece on the back side. Ooh, camera's acting funny. Yep, we got enough room. All right, so we got the bumperette. We got to put all of the little clips back on. They just simply, well, I say simply,
Yeah.
but these got spread apart real funny. So we've got to bend all the tabs back in like that. So it actually grips hold of the flat part of the plastic. So give me a few minutes and let me get all these fixed. Got all the clips reinstalled. And my super gooey plastic weld seems to be holding. We'll see how it does over time. All right, grab it and put it back on.
Let's go.
Just in time too, because it got dark. Make sure the license plate's the right way up.
Yep, it is. Right. So basically I'm going to line up each one of these tabs with each one of these holes and pop it back in. Shouldn't be too tough.
You got the 4 in the middle.
Yes.
Good deal.
Done.
All right, project is done. We've got plenty of clearance on both sides. Gives it a nice little chin to it. All right. All right, so that's all finished. We're wrapped up. Like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment, tell us what you think. And we'll see you in the next video.
Have a good one.